guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are well. If it's your first time watching me, hi, my name is Jada. Welcome. And if you have been a long-term subscriber, thank you guys so much for your support. In this video, it's really gonna be quite casual. I'm just gonna go straight into it and just kind of tell you guys where my headspace is at, how's work, how's life, how's my faith journey, and so forth. So the first thing that I'll start with is my faith journey. So this is like the first year since I've been independent, like since adulthood, that I'm actually going to be spending Christmas at church, and that is so comforting to me because I really wanted to get to this phase in my life where I'm just fully committed to the Lord and he's my number one priority. So this Christmas I'll be at church. And another thing that I wanted to touch on is that this one is a bit I don't know, it's a bit personal, but I don't see myself as a Christian as yet. Like, I follow the Bible, I try my best to follow the Bible and to follow the word of God, but at this present moment I feel like I'm a child of God. Like, that's the person that I go to if I need any advice. That's the person that I lay my worries on, that I celebrate life with. But I'm not living according to what society thinks a Christian should be. Do you know what I mean? I have a very personal relationship with God, and I truly think that's how it was meant to be. Like, you shouldn't just follow what everyone says a Christian should be, because certain church, certain denominations, they all have different rules and regulation, and none of it is in the Bible. Like wearing jewelry and stuff like that. Like, the Bible says you shouldn't praise vanity, but if you wear a 1-2 earring and a 1-2 ring, I'm gonna say, oh, that is praising vanity. That's just you presenting yourself and expressing yourself outwardly. So that was something that I thought we should probably get on the record. And then I'm having, like, I don't know, I'm just having these, I don't know if it's like conscious talk, I don't know if it's like a different type of consciousness that come in my brain, but like, I want to go Jamaica Carnival and I want to wear the costumes. And I took part in Carnival before where I wear a costume. It was a 2-piece and it was on the road. But if I speak, or when I speak to the pastor, I probably should do this, I am not sure if they're going to be supportive of it. Like, you shouldn't be dressing like that on the road. But to me, I'm just celebrating and expressing my culture. It's not like me a dance on a pole. It's not like me a, do you know what I mean? It's not like a commodity. It's not like I'm selling this. It's more taking part in a tradition and enjoying myself. Like, I don't know, but that risky. But I just summed up on the Christianity journey, basically. Moving on now, I wanted to talk about adjusting to living alone. So I've been living alone now for about 3 months, slowly but surely getting there. The room or the house, I would say, is probably about 60%. Like, I'm comfortable. Like, I'm a minimalist, so I can get along with, as long as I have my bed, my local projector. Like, I just need the basics and I'm quite comfortable. But at the same time, I still want to buy so that's how the house. Other than while we're speaking on adjusting to living alone, you guys saw that I took up back my I'm gonna take my show naturally, but I've taken up back my hobby of pole dancing. So I've been doing that as well, and that kind of come in conflict with the church, but I do it as a hobby. I don't go to shows and perform. I don't do it as a commodity. Like I said, it's not an entertainment, it's for me. And I actually want to get a pole in the house, in the room, in the studio, but I don't know yet. I'm gonna speak to the landlord and then see if that is feasible. But that's where I am with living alone. You guys are probably asking, do you get lonely? Nah. Yes, here and there, but I mean, just read a book. Is it like me just watch show or me read, or I don't know, I have a gym downstairs, or sometimes I'll just go downstairs and do a stretch. I have a cinema room, so I just book out the cinema room and just watch all of my little Netflix series. Them, like, I just keep myself company. And then sometimes it's actually quite good to be bored. Like, we're all so accustomed to being overstimulated. You know, we have the world in our hands and we have so many things happening. You have so many apps, you have so much going on at one time. Like, I actually like the quiet time. I like being by myself. I like just being in stillness. Do you know what I mean? Just silence, like chef's kiss. So that's that with living alone, adjusting to living alone. And the bills, but I don't love to talk about land and living costs. I'm going to do a video on how much I pay for my bills, the utilities, like everything included, so you guys can have a tangible and real life experiences to go off. I don't just touch on it now because I'm going to do a separate video where I just list out everything, how much it costs, if it's a possibility that it may increase, and kind of how I budget and deal with certain stuff. If you guys are interested in that, then leave in the comments and like the video, blah 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 shit. And what else was I going to touch on? Oh, another big change that took place this year is that I quit waxing, so I'm no longer a wax therapist. I no longer work in the studio. My clients already know this happened shortly after moving, only because it was just too strenuous and it was competing with a lot of things that I wanted to prioritize, like my education, enrolling into university, and doing my improvement practitioner course. I just felt tired and I didn't want to feel burnout, so it was just a matter of this money is just no longer worth the effort and the energy that I'm putting out, and that in itself is a blessing. So many people have to go above and beyond to make ends meet, and thank Jesus, man, I'm one of them, not anymore. I've been an entrepreneur for so long. I've had multiple business. I'm just in a very peaceful and still state in my life. You guys know that my main priority right now is education, so I did have to let go the waxing, I not lie, and I still miss my clients them. I miss the constant interaction with younger female. I tend to always get first time waxers, so it was just a whole experience, like teaching someone about their body and their private area and how you care for it, and you know how you kind of, I don't know, like develop and kind of just getting that chance to kind of meet new people and introducing them to myself, my channel, and so forth. So that's one big change that happened, and there are a few more reasons why I didn't want to do waxing anymore. One of them was that I actually started waxing last year, like winter time, because I felt like I was slowly going into like a sad phase or depression. But I had known myself so much that I knew that I just needed something to kind of just get my brain going, find a new hobby, learn something new, just because that usually fuels me, like expressing myself and kind of getting a new skill. And in this lifetime I always wanted to be really skilled at one thing, so God forbid, I don't know, my degree failed me, or my actual project management and whatever skills I've acquired in this career fail me, at least I know some I have a little skill for right back pan, you see me? So I'm actually quite glad and proud of myself that I was able to complete the course, work with Alexa, and actually build my clientele. I'm quite comfortable that should I want to open a wax studio, I can go ahead and do that, because I've seen the ins and outs of how a business run, how to take stock, how to clean up, how to build your clientele, how to market. Like I've been there, done that, so it's just kind of something I did want under my belt. Once I have it under my belt, then move on to the next. At the moment, the only thing, like you guys know this, I'm going to keep repeating myself, the only thing that I'm focused on now is my education and traveling. You guys have seen and have been traveling with me for the past couple months. So we started off the year with Costa Rica, where I met my long lost family. Like my life is just a joke at this point. Where I met my family via Facebook, and I finally got to meet them in person and kind of had that whole reunion phase. And I actually love Costa Rica because of all of the jungle and the wild forests that they have. Go to sleep now, I usually play the rainforest, and like when I prior to that trip going to sleep, I usually play the rainforest. So being in that rainforest on that adventure day was literally like a dream come true. It just felt unreal. So I'm happy that we did that. I then went to Poland. That was a backup trip. I actually missed my flight, and that's how I ended up in Poland. I'm just being transparent, and I was able to take my little cousin as well, so I'm just glad that he got the exposure to a new country, and a country that we probably wouldn't have visited had it not been a mistake. Following that, I then went to Milan with Sasha, and we vlogged, and I lost my flipping camera, and that's why you guys have no content of that on this. That's why there's no content of that on this channel. I actually have a few clips here and there that Sasha kindly sent me, but I just don't know if it's something that you guys would want to watch. I just keep it for myself because I love having my own travel memories. But if you guys are interested, then I could probably do like a summer recap or something like that and then insert it there. After Milan, where did we go? I think we went to Dominican Republic on my girls trip, celebrating my 25th, thank God, for another year. And I'm so glad that I am where I'm so glad that I'm now following his purpose and not just where I want to be in life. And after DR, we went to Greece. Greece did we go? No, we got America. After Dominican Republic, I went to America. I went to 2 cities, went to Chicago briefly, then I went to Michigan. Wait, the 7th country, we don't know. Let me see. Costa Rica, Poland, Milan, DR. Costa Rica, Poland, Milan, Dominican Republic, America. 5 countries. And we went to America. That was my first time being in Jamaica, being in America, believe it or not. And that was a really good trip. I went to attend a wedding and it was beautiful. Like that was a really good trip. And then after America, we went to Greece. That was that was a day after arriving after America. So that was my first like 24 hours of traveling, where I traveled for an entire day, and I literally went to 3 cities in 2 days or something like so. I went to 3 different countries in 2 days. 3 countries? 3 cities. Yeah, I went to like 3 cities in 2 days. That was quite crazy. So the minute I landed in London, from America, I then had to go to Greece. So that was crazy. So glad that I had to experience that. I got to experience that. And then after Greece, I got a surprise trip to Lanzarote, and that's the one that we literally just wrapped up. I always wanted to go to a minimum of 4. I always want to travel every 3 months, 3, 6, 9, 12, 4 times a year. I want to travel on a minimum, and then maximum 12. And this year we got to 7 countries. Honestly, God is good. I'm glad. The property is in a really good state. Like, I'm really proud of myself for solely managing it from living overseas. Like, it's in a really good state. I have found a property manager, and I'm going to go into contract with that property manager, but I'm going to be taking you guys on that journey, because I know that a lot of people are interested in the property management in Jamaica, but I want to be the first person to trial it, and then from my experience I can then recommend it. I don't want to prematurely recommend it to you guys, and then at the end it don't work out for either way. Like, I want to do it, test it, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then talking about property, I still have more ideas and resources that I want to release with you guys, but I'm just doing everything in God's time, and I rush myself and I pressure myself. Lately, I've taken a very slow pace. Lately, I've adapted to a very slow paced life. Like, I'm not in any rush to get to anywhere, and I'm just so grateful that for the first time in a long time, I finally feel like I'm following God's purpose. I'm following what He wants for me, especially when it comes to my kidney journey and sharing my story and helping people to also know what they should consider when they're thinking about organ donation, and being that peer support and that leader for the social media campaigns that we have going out now. So if you aren't following that community, make sure that you follow us. We are a Black living donor choir, where everyone that makes up that choir actually donated a kidney, and we're one of the first to actually exist in the UK. I have a lot of exciting news in the background loading up that I can't possibly share here at this moment, but do go ahead and follow us and help me to raise awareness for our community. Sorry, I think I'm back. I think I kind of jumped over the investment property part, but yeah, the property is in a really good state right now. I still have a long-term tenant, and I'm gonna do a more in-depth video on our relationship and the maintenance and the fees, and kind of get into the nitty-gritty, because I know that you guys find this quite useful, especially for those that want to venture into the real estate market, and they kind of just want to have a real life experience as to what it's like to be a landlord living overseas, or an Airbnb host living overseas, and so forth. So most I get tired now, people, I'm not lie. So I'm going to get up. I'm about to head out now. I hope you guys found this life update useful. I hope that this kind of just sets the foundation for us on where we're heading next. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I've really been enjoying the YouTube journey. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company, holding space for me, and for supporting my content. See you guys in the next video. Bye.